Hey folks, I have your latest home prices and insights for the Peel and Durham area for week ending December 29th. These markets that I'm talking about, Brampton, Mississauga, Ajax, Pickering, Whitby, they're on fire. Prices are through the roof. Demand is way higher than supply. And here's where we see realtors making mistakes. If you're looking to sell in this market, you're going to sell, and as long as the home is priced decently, you're probably going to get multiple offers in most cases, and you're going to think you did well. And here is where the problem lies. Doing better than the previous sale on its own doesn't really let you know that you maximized your home to the full potential. You sold maybe 20,000 more or 30,000 more than the previous sale. But could you have gotten 60,000 or 70,000 more or even 100,000 more? That really depends on the realtor that you're working with in most cases. That realtor should not be looking at this market and thinking, let's just put it out on MLS. Demand is so high, we're going to get multiple offers and we're going to sell. And we're going to sell better than the previous sale in the neighborhood. That's one way realtors look at it, but that's not really maximizing the sale. That's leaving money on the table, actually. The realtor now that's really serious, that's acting in your best interest, that realtor is going to double down on their marketing efforts. That realtor is going to find ways to really enhance the way your home is promoted, is going to have a strategy on how to deal with multiple offers that really gets the most out of the buyers and really knows how to promote your property to the buyers that are prepared to spend the most to buy. That's a realtor that's not leaving any money on the table. That's a realtor you should be working with if you're looking to sell, no matter how good the market is. Who you hire really does matter, especially in this type of market. Let's get into the numbers. We've made it really simple. If you want to talk to us, anything at all related to real estate, in the description below there's a link to my calendar. Just click on that. Book a time that's convenient for you. This way we'll know ahead of time when you want to chat, and we'll make sure we're available to talk about whatever's on your mind. Let's get into the numbers. This is for Peel and Durham area for week ending December 29th. Now, I really need to say though, as I get into these numbers, keep in mind that this is the week that included Christmas, Christmas Eve, and Boxing Day. Plus, because Christmas and Boxing Day were on a weekend, that also included a holiday Monday and a holiday Tuesday, which means that a lot of the brokerages weren't opening, so a lot of the reporting wasn't done. You're going to see, take these numbers with a grain of salt, basically, is what I'm trying to get at here. So here we have a summary of sales. Mississauga is up here at over $2 million average sold price. Brampton is the orange at 1 million, a little over 1,500,000, and Durham is sitting at 1,262,000. Let's look at detached properties only, and we've got Mississauga on the board here right now. We sold 13 detached properties in Mississauga for week ending December 29th. That's way down from the previous week of 34. 6 of those 13 were at $2 million or more. So basically half of those 13 sold at $2 million or more, which takes the average sold price way up to $2,035,000. That's a huge number. Remember what I said earlier, take it with a grain of salt. I don't believe all the sales were actually reported. The new average sold price of over $2 million is 44% higher than last year's average sold price. Of the 13 that did sell, a little over half, 54% sold at list price or more. Only 7 detached properties were listed, which takes months of inventory when we look at the supply and demand and how many homes are actually available for sale versus in relation to what we're buying right now, months of inventory has gone up to 1.5 and the average days on market is 26. Looking at Brampton, we sold 45 detached properties in Brampton last week. 4 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price has gone up to $1,531,000. Oh, went the wrong way. $1,531,000, which is 51% higher than last year's average sold price. But remember what I said about these numbers. It's, use it as a guide, use it to kind of see what's actually been reported over the Christmas and the holiday break, but let's not really make really important decisions based on that 1 week alone. Of the 45 that sold, 89% sold at list price or more. Only 29 were listed in Brampton, and months of inventory is sitting at 0.3. It didn't change months. It's one of the only areas where months of inventory really didn't change by much. Looking at Ajax, Pickering, and Whitby, which I'm using to represent the Durham area, can you imagine? Only 7 detached properties were sold between Ajax, Pickering, and Whitby. Only 7. Average sold price is sitting at, or came down to, $1,262,000, which is 8% higher than last year's average sold price. Of those 7, all of them sold at list price or more. Only 5 were listed. So only 7 were sold, only 5 were listed. Months of inventory has come up to 0.8, which we haven't seen in the Durham area in a long, long time. And when we see the overall picture of months of inventory for these areas, for Mississauga, Brampton, and the Durham area, months of inventory has come up, which is the relationship between supply and demand. But I know not everything has been reported. So, I'm reporting it because I'm on a weekly schedule here to bring you the numbers. But look at these with a grain of salt. Have an awesome day. We'll talk to you soon.